Greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. As usual, we will get a rune and then a runic tarot card and another rune for each position in your rune reading here for the week. And at the end, a tarot, an oracle card, mouth words. This week we were going to be using the Dragon's Path Oracle deck. So beautiful dragons on that. Stay tuned for that at the very end. Here in your energetic path, the rune for your reading here this week is Yera. Yera is the rune of endings making beginnings, beginnings making endings simultaneously. It's those cycles, right? Yera means year. It's the harvest rune. At the end of the year, we make a harvest and we learn the lessons. It's the liminal space in between the cycles where we learn the lessons and we apply them into the next cycle, like the breath in between. So Yera, this is like kind of almost like a cause and effect kind of relationship with what you sow is what you reap kind of energies from your energetic past, like learning lessons in your recent past. So, wow, perfect card for this too, I believe, is more resonant than what's depicted on Zeus there. With this is cycles like death, death and rebirth. Endings making beginnings, beginnings making endings. Something definitely concluded and therefore began a new cycle for you in your life here in your recent past. Okay, Sagittarius, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's been calling into that sense of durability, toughness, flexibility with Iwas here. The rune of the yew tree, the world tree, right? Yggdrasil, the tree of life, needing to be flexible, needing to be tough, needing to be durable. Maybe a loss in your life, a loss of life. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. A release of an aspect thereof, or just a concluding of a cycle, calling into that sense of durability and needing to be tough and strong and flexible and moving into that new cycle, learning those lessons and getting into the next phase. All right, take what resonates here, leave what doesn't. All right, Sagittarius in the now, here is Dagaz. This is the rune, another irreversible rune. This is the rune that means daytime or dawning, sort of clarity, where you're this energy in the middle that is the balance and the fulcrum between these two energies, night into day or day into night, the balance of these dichotomies, this good and bad, right? This where everything and nothing exists at the same time. So this is calling into these aspects of changes, this sort of clarity, this dawning, this kind of revelate, not really a revelation of sorts, but this is more like an acceptance of some sort of a clarity, like of an aspect, not necessarily something being like uncovered, right? But this is like an aha, still nonetheless. It's kind of that powerful, right? This is clarified with the Four of Swords. So this is interesting because this is depicted as like the funeral pyre of these Vikings honoring this fallen comrade, right? So interesting that is right after that death card. So this is honoring what has come to pass. This is going within for that clarity, right? Taking that pause in between that cycle, right? Of gaining that spirit, like emotional recharge. Yeah, and kind of go within. Do that little bit of repair work, do that shadow work, right? Needs, constraints, limitations with Malthus is the rune of clarity for this. So yeah, addressing what you want isn't probably going to serve you as well as what you need to be addressing, right? And addressing things within your actual limitations versus your perceived limitations, which are what your fears, right? you can really be your own greatest liberator here with this energy. Let's see what's in your near future here, Sagittarius. Near future for Sagittarius. Hagalaz, irreversible rune. This is the hail rune. It's an unintended eventuality, not an if, it's a when. This is something that we don't necessarily want to happen in our lives, but we know it's a likelihood that it could happen, like a house repair, a home repair, or a hailstorm, right? Like the hail rune here. So this is kind of like the Tower card in tarot as well, where divine is releasing what no longer serves your divinely guided path and just wipes it away from your path and just kind of destroys that. And so it gives you the opportunity to replant the crop, plant a different crop, right? Or build a different building, or to travel past onto new ground, right? So this is a blessing. This is looking at something that's happening for us rather than to us in the near future. So getting rid of something, an aspect, I believe, of or an attachment or a way we relate to something, releasing that aspect. I see you doing here, Sagittarius. So what's this in the Eight of Wands? Yeah, you are. Yeah, this is very much you like opening yourself up to new perspectives, new horizons, new ways of understanding. Yeah, you are releasing that aspect that you were kind of attached to here. It wasn't so black and white, right? It wasn't so cut and dry. Root of clarity. Yeah, go within for more clarity if you need to. You can always go within, let that storm pass, right? Solidify, let the ice form over the deep lake. Go within for that emotional clarity. This is kind of like that Four of Swords energy kind of carrying through here. Still, you can go always rest, recharge, honor what is being let go, and open yourself up simultaneously to what is becoming. Beautiful, beautiful stuff here. This is a lot of looking for blessings in disguises, like silver linings. Yeah, I was here influencing you now again, needing to be tough, needing to be durable, needing to like be patient, needing to. I mean, you keep hearing these things over and over again. Like every reader out there is telling you right now, be patient. And they always tell you that too. Be patient, be patient, be patient. I try not to tell you that, but this is definitely what these are trying to tell you right now. Because this is a transformative thing where you definitely need to go slow within and addressing your needs. Yeah, you got Three of Cups influence here too. Your heart's not in a bad place, right? And you're doing this for good reasons, and it's honorable, right? So keep on doing this. You got this. You got this cooperation of that clan energy too. Yeah, you got that familial style kind of nurturing Berkana here, influencing here with, you got a little support group. You got like your own cheerleaders here for you. And you can always ask them for that extra reassurance if you need it here and there. Right? Don't become dependent on it, really, but this is like them encouraging you into this new beginning, this new becoming of yourself, this blessed new nurturing that you're needing to do. So, okay, what do you need to do here then? What's in your right now energy, Sagittarius? This is Ingwas, the rune of stability, of fertility. This is the seed being successfully planted in the fertile soil. All right, so this is kind of like that lesson in divine timing, letting things happen, like planting the seed, letting things happen and having faith that it will happen, knowing that it will happen because it's been planted in fertile soil. Being very present, holding that container for that fertile soil, being very stable in the now, This is calling for a lot of divine masculine healing, like a lot of ego healing kind of work, being responsive rather than reactive, right? Knowing rather than guessing, checking that ego at the door, right, y'all? And this is like very much calling us to slow down and be present, be stable, and know that now is the most fertile time to plant that seed, right? You got that nurturing going on already, all right? And just work on maybe you're even a gardener. This is a perfect time of year too, just to start some seedlings, start some indoors. I started some, and within a week they were already starting to spread. I couldn't believe it. 1 week, couldn't believe it. All right, Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is a very opportune time for you for some deep emotional healing. A lot of divine masculine healing work here as well. That is, I mean, there's still a lot of emotional healing work that goes on with that too, with this yeah, new beginning of a new way of being stable for yourself, of being your best emotional support being, right? um, being that person for yourself first, right? Making sure your cup is, you're pouring out of your cup at the right times, you're filling your cup at the right times, right? And with what? Yeah, Ace of Cups, they're beautiful with ingress, like now is the time, y'all. Now is the time, Sagittarius, to do this work. Slow down. Work on that stability, y'all. Yeah, the reciprocity, your divine give and take. This is Gabo, the rune of gift. Like, always remember when you were given something, always forget when you gave. Right? Work on your divine reciprocity, give and take, your balance of give and takes, and strings attached, your stability, how you're showing up for yourself will it reflect how you're showing up for others, how you reciprocate for others, how you show up in your container, right? As your stable sense of your wanting that new beginning, right? Emotional fulfillment. Y'all, this could be a very blessed new union here for you too, a new partnership. If that's for you out there, if you need that to be that, make sure you're having the communication that is no strings, invisible strings tied to those communications, right? That you're having very grounded, deliberate, like very forward, like emotionally open and honest, reciprocative kind of communication. So that's beautiful, because that could be a blessed union for you as well. In your near future is more divine flow, divine presence. Radho is moving along with the energetic waves. This could be you leaving an unhealthy place for you. It could be leaving an unhealthy relationship, an unhealthy workplace, but also could be you moving towards the healthier relationships, the healthier, you know, look at that aspect. You're stepping in lockstep more with divine flow. You're finding more how to be present here in the outcome, how to show up in the now, how to remain in divine flow, right? You do that by, going within and being open to these new ways of understanding and ways of being, right? Letting divine take care of what it needs to take care of on the storms on the outside, remove what it needs to, while you go within and accept this beautiful, radical sense of presence. You have the world with that has Hagalaz on the card here as well. So Hagalaz, and the world here, this is more of that. You have this whole world of possibilities open to you, and it is exactly what you make of it. We all have the opportunity to repeat life lessons until they're learned. So is this going to be a life and death kind of cycle for you? Or is this going to be like you're opening up into new ways of being? right? Ace of Cups, Ingwas, Gabo here. This is awesome for your advice for to do with the now. Look at your outcome is beautiful. Like you have this huge world of possibilities, this sense of flow with everything that is around you, better sense of stability, legacy, healthy legacy, what you want to leave behind in the world, paradigms, like you're going to be starting on your new sense of what you're going to leave behind for the world. Is it going to be healthy for the next 7 generations or not? Right? Othala here, the rune of legacy, and with the world here, leaving behind a healthier legacy. By what? By being present, by showing up, by doing the dang thing. And you get a beautiful opportunity to show just how by continuing your own healing work and leading by example here. Awesome rune reading here for you, Sagittarius. Let me know in the comments below how this all resonated here for you. We're going to go with the Dragon Path, Dragon Path Oracle deck for your message of clarity here for the final bit of information here for your reading, closing it out for the week. So, Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Sagittarius need to hear for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Sagittarius need to hear for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading. Divine, please show us clearly what message, what one card of clarity, what one card of clarity message do you have for Sagittarius for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading? What does Sagittarius energy need to hear? Divine and the Dragons, please show us clearly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got the one card right here. This is Mordwin, card number 28. These are beautiful, beautiful cards. I love the sacred geometry that's on this card. It's like some Kabbalistic type of energy on there, and I love it. Again, this is card 28. I'm going to look up the card. We're going to read all about it. All right, so closing in on it. Mordwin again says, only you are the master of your own destiny. Mordwin is an awesome character, hugely powerful and all-encompassing. He will open doors, put people or situations in your path which will lead you into living your divine purpose. It is his responsibility to guide you to fulfill the contract you made in spirit before coming to earth for this incarnation. He says you are the power. Accept it as your own. You and only you are the master of your destiny. His message is clear, so ignore him at your own peril. You have a job to do, he says, so let's get on with it. You have the tools and the knowledge you need you have the knowledge and the tools you need. Your self-doubt hinders you. Your time is now. The world needs to see your light. Step into your heart, and it will take the journey with you. He continues on to say that your role is to take your light out into the world with me as your guide. Together we are master creators. As you discover your life purpose, acknowledge your fears and self-doubt, but do not be bound by them, for they cloud your truth. Follow your heart, feeling your way with truth and integrity. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.